Galanin, the brain's quiet modulator of stress, mood, and balance. Some neurotransmitters act like loud signals. They excite neurons quickly. They shut them down rapidly. Their effects are obvious and immediate. Others work more quietly. They do not shout. They adjust the system in the background. They change how other neurotransmitters behave. Galanin is one of these quiet but powerful chemical messengers. Galanin is a neuropeptide. Neuropeptides are different from classic neurotransmitters like dopamine or glutamate. They are larger molecules. They act more slowly, and their effects tend to be longer lasting. Rather than triggering a single action, they shape how brain systems respond over time. Galanin was discovered in 1983 by the scientist Tamas Barfai Tatamoto and colleagues. The name Galanin comes from its structure. It contains the amino acid glycine at one end and alanine at the other. At first, Galanin was simply identified as a new peptide. Its importance became clear only later. Researchers soon discovered that galanin is found widely throughout the brain and body. It is present in the central nervous system, it is present in the peripheral nervous system, and it is often found alongside other neurotransmitters. This is a key feature of galanin. It rarely acts alone. It modulates other systems. Galanin is often released together with classical neurotransmitters. For example, it is co-released with norepinephrine, serotonin, acetylcholine, and dopamine. This allows galanin to fine-tune how these systems operate. It can strengthen some signals. It can weaken others. Its role is regulatory, rather than primary. So what does galanin actually do? One of its most important roles is in regulating stress and emotional responses. Galanin is heavily involved in stress circuits. It is found in brain regions such as the hypothalamus, amygdala, and locus coeruleus. These regions help control arousal, fear, and emotional reactivity. During stress, galanin levels often increase. Rather than increasing arousal further, galanin tends to dampen excessive activity. It acts as a brake. This helps prevent stress systems from becoming overactive. In this way, galanin supports emotional stability. This has led researchers to describe galanin as a resilience-related neuropeptide. It does not eliminate stress, but it helps regulate the response to it. This makes galanin especially interesting in the study of anxiety and mood disorders. Galanin also plays a role in mood regulation. Altered galanin signaling has been linked to depression and anxiety. Some studies suggest that galanin can reduce anxiety-like behavior. Others suggest it may contribute to depressive symptoms, depending on brain region and receptor type. This complexity highlights an important point. Galanin's effects depend on where and how it acts. Galanin works through specific receptors. There are 3 main galanin receptors. Each receptor type has different effects. Some reduce neural activity, some promote growth and plasticity, some influence emotional behavior. This receptor diversity explains why galanin can have different effects in different contexts. Galanin also interacts strongly with the noradrenergic system. In the locus coeruleus, a brain region involved in arousal and stress, galanin is co-released with norepinephrine. Here, galanin helps regulate firing rates. It prevents overactivation during prolonged stress. This protects neurons from exhaustion. This protective role is especially important. Chronic stress can damage neural circuits. By dampening excessive activity, galanin may help preserve long-term function. This has led researchers to study galanin in relation to stress resilience and burnout. Galanin is also involved in pain regulation. It is found in spinal cord pathways that process pain signals. Galanin can reduce pain transmission under certain conditions. This suggests a role in pain modulation. It does not block pain completely, but it alters how pain signals are processed. Another important role of galanin is in feeding and energy balance. Galanin is active in the hypothalamus. This region helps regulate hunger and metabolism. In animal studies, galanin can increase food intake, especially fat consumption. This links galanin to appetite and energy regulation. This makes sense from an evolutionary perspective. During stress or scarcity, the body may benefit from conserving energy and prioritizing calorie intake. Galanin helps integrate stress, metabolism, and behavior. Galanin is also involved in learning and memory. In the hippocampus, galanin can modulate acetylcholine release. Acetylcholine is important for learning and attention. By regulating this system, galanin influences cognitive flexibility. In some contexts, it may dampen memory formation. In others, it may protect circuits from overload. This highlights a key theme. Galanin is not a simple on or off switch. It is a context-dependent modulator. Its role is balance. Clinically, galanin has attracted interest for several reasons. Altered galanin signaling has been observed in depression, anxiety disorders, and epilepsy. Some antidepressant treatments appear to influence galanin systems indirectly. Researchers are exploring galanin receptors as potential drug targets. Galanin is also studied in neurodegenerative conditions. Because it can modulate acetylcholine and protect neurons under stress, it may play a role in disorders like Alzheimer's disease. Research is ongoing. The system is complex, but the potential is significant. Here are some everyday examples that help illustrate galanin's role. First, during prolonged stress, galanin helps prevent emotional overload. Second, when arousal systems are highly active, galanin dampens excessive firing. Third, during pain, galanin can reduce signal intensity. Fourth, during changes in appetite, galanin helps regulate feeding behavior. Fifth, during intense cognitive demand, galanin may help protect neural circuits by reducing overactivation. There are also some interesting facts about galanin. Galanin is one of the most widely distributed neuropeptides in the brain. It often increases in response to chronic stress. It acts more slowly than classic neurotransmitters, and its effects can last much longer. This makes it ideal for long-term regulation. Galanin also highlights an important idea in neuroscience. Not all brain chemistry is about speed. Some systems exist to stabilize, to protect, to fine-tune. Galanin belongs to this category. From a broader perspective, galanin helps answer a key question. How does the brain prevent itself from becoming overstimulated? The answer is not just inhibition, it is modulation. Galanin helps keep systems within healthy limits. So what is the big picture? Galanin is not the chemical of pleasure. It is not the chemical of motivation. It is not the chemical of learning. It is the chemical of balance. It quietly shapes how other systems behave. It supports resilience. It protects against overload. And it helps integrate stress, mood, pain, and metabolism. Understanding galanin reminds us that brain function is not driven by one neurotransmitter at a time. It is the result of layered regulation. Fast signals, slow modulators, short-term responses, long-term stability. Galanin may not be well known, but without it, the brain would struggle to stay balanced in a world full of stress and demand. Its influence is subtle, but its role is essential.
If you enjoyed our channel, please click subscribe.